In this question, we are given in the xy plane, is the point x equidistant from minus 5, 4 and minus 5, 8. So if we had to draw the diagram, let me write step 1. If you want to draw the diagram, we'll draw it something like this. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So minus 5, 4. So the minus 5, let me draw it here, it's negative. And let me draw 4 and 8 somewhere here. So minus 5, 4 is this point. And minus 5, 8 is something like this. So this is minus 5, 8. This is minus 5, 4. Okay. And there is a point x. I don't know where that x is. It could be here. It could be here. Anywhere. But I need to find out whether the distance of this point to this point and the distance of this point to this point, whether this distance is the same or not. Okay. And mind you, x can be anywhere. I don't know where x is. Okay. Now, if I want to find out the distance, obviously what we can do is we can use the distance formula. Okay. And what we can do is we can say take the coordinate of x as say a comma b. Okay. And let me name 5 minus 5 4 as say p and minus 5 8 as q. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find out whether xp is equal to xq or not. So we can use the distance formula, which says the formula, let me write it here for your reference, x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. And some people also write y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, but that does not matter because we have a whole square sign here. Okay, so if I take this as a minus, now you notice you have a minus 5 here, right? So minus of minus would give you plus. So a plus 5 whole square plus b minus 4 whole square. This should be equal to square root of, again, a minus of minus plus 5 whole square plus b minus 8 whole square. Now if I square both sides, I'll get a plus 5 whole square plus b minus 4 whole square is equal to a plus 5 whole square plus b minus 8 whole square, and I can cancel this out. Okay. If you want, you can take this the other side, or you can just expand it. You will get b square plus 16 minus 8b is equal to b square plus 64 minus 16b. You will cancel this out. Okay. And if you take b this side, the other side, or if you add 16b both sides, you'll get 8b. Okay. And if you subtract 16 both sides, you will get 48. So b is equal to 6. So the inference that we can make from here is that it does not matter what is the value of a, as long as we can prove that b is equal to 6 in case of x. If a comma 6, if we have a coordinate which is something like this, or if the y coordinate is 6, if we can prove this, then that is enough for us to say that the point x is equidistant from both p and q. Okay, because, and it does not matter because a automatically gets cancelled out. If you notice here, since it gets cancelled out, the value of a will not matter. So our whole job is to find out whether b is equal to 6 or not. Okay, keeping this in mind, let's move to step 2 and analyze the first statement. The first statement is that the x coordinate of capital X is equal to the x intercept of y is equal to 2x minus 4. So from this, whatever be the x intercept, the x intercept of this will give me the x coordinate. The x coordinate is a. So using the x intercept, I can find a. Right? But ask yourself, do you need to find a? What are we more focused on? We need to find out whether b is 6 or not. A does not matter at all. So even if using statement 1, we find out a, that is not going to help me find my answer. And that is why we can say that statement 1 is not sufficient because I don't know a. I don't want a. So if a is not sufficient, our answer cannot be a. Our answer cannot be d. Okay. Now let's look at statement 2. Statement 2 is that the y coordinate, that is b, is equal to the y intercept of y is equal to 3x plus 6. So, and how do we find out the y intercept? We find out the y intercept by making x 0. So if you put x equal to 0, we'll get the y intercept in this case as 6, because 3 into 0 is 0, so you'll get y is 6. And we are told that the y-intercept is the y coordinate of x. So in this case, we can say that b is equal to 6. Okay, and this is very clearly directly giving us what we did in our pre-analysis, and this is what we exactly wanted. And since we're getting the same thing, we can very clearly infer that statement 2 is sufficient to answer our question, and hence the answer in this case will be option B. So I hope this is perfectly clear how to solve this question. This is a typical C trap where statement 1 will give you A, statement 2 will give you B. Some of you, if you do not do these kind of pre-analysis, if you don't do this, you will end up thinking, okay, I'm getting A from 1, statement 1, B from statement 2, so let me mark the correct answer as C, which is incorrect. And that is the reason I'm specifically showing you these kind of questions to help you understand that in data sufficiency questions, try to do as much pre-analysis as possible in step 1. If you do this step 1 properly, the step 2 or step 3 becomes really easy. Okay.